It is the 10th of November, and this little mini preface will get posted to the YouTubes, while over at patreon.com/bearterror you will get, in addition to the preface, long footage from the 4th of September from down in beautiful Silver. So that right there is the I-40 mile marker 285 exit / underpass, which I don't think is visible from the road. Right there, just to the left of the telephone pole, is a little sign that just says exit 285 with an arrow. The important thing about that little sign, according to the current data and the interpretation of that data into a narrative hypothesis, is that once I line myself right up with that exit 285 sign, that's 2.5 miles from the place that I currently call Sanctuary, which means that if I line myself up with it on either of these roads, that the round trip is the 5 miles that I'm aiming for. Alright, tangent. The most important thing, the first important thing in successfully navigating the sanctuarial phases of the day is to get a good night's sleep. Last night, I slept for an hour and a half quite early in the evening, and then was awakened because I had too many clothes on and was too warm. Even though it was 24 degrees outside, 58 degrees inside, I overheated, and so I got up. And then I got some work done, posted a video, went back to sleep about 3:30 in the morning. And in total, the two halves amounted to 6 hours. So that's not a great night's sleep, but it was a barely adequate night's sleep, and I'll take it. The first thing upon waking is to get a cup of Anaprim in me, alongside the cup of Joe, caffeinated or not, to sit in ritual meditation and consider the very most important questions, like, what am I going to eat today and when? Off tangent for a sec. Again, based on what I know, based on what I think I know, that radio tower beacon right there is the marker of overachievement, visible from the low road, amounting to a 2.7 mile hike, a 5.4 mile round trip, which exceeds the 5 mile goal. It's also marked somewhat by a billboard for Gallup Motels at the moment, and by this pullout on the flood wall that I am calling the last pullout before the curve. Get a good night's sleep, get a little or a lot of a caffeine jolt, a brew to meditate with, like a tea ceremony. You can see where it says exit 285 now, maybe, if the GoPro's good enough. And that's where the comment from Sister Grace comes in. She mentioned walking in the same breath as meditating. And it reminded me of a time long ago at the Zen Center in San Francisco, where, among other types of meditation, I did one called walking meditation. The way it's lined up in my mind right now, the ritual, the meditation, has two parts: post-sleep and post-coffee. And the first is the sitting meditation that I've been doing dependably, more or less, in recent days. Sitting down on the edge of the property line, being warm, having a pad and a pen in my lap and my hand, and considering certain basic questions. Not quite ready to get into what those questions are, but soon. What I realized today is that there's no reason why the next thing on the flexible phases of the day list could not just be walk 5 miles, but to perform an hour and a half's worth of walking meditation. And that's what I'm attempting to do as we speak. I mean, talking into the camera is not really consonant with meditation yet, but before I turn the camera on, after I turn the camera off, I am attempting to be very present and to mull over certain of those questions related to the concept of sanctuary, even at times making notes on what I think, like some kind of half-ass Carlos Castaneda wannabe sage. The spiritual practice of meditation assisted by scribbling. I guess it's possible, in the spirit of the old Zen saying of after enlightenment, the laundry, that ritual mode of being, that meditative way of existing, could at some point in the future extend itself past waking, past the cup of the meditated beverage, past the sitting part of the ritual, and past the walking part of the meditation, into working out, taking a shower, prepping and cooking and eating and washing up. Theoretically, there's no reason to ever stop meditating or being extant with a meditative attitude, right? I don't know. I don't know anything about it. If I'm a sage at all, I'm a very junior sage. So I think that's about it for 10 November preface. If you want to watch this ad-free and post it up with not just this initial part, but the adventures in Silver City in early September, head on over to patreon.com/RareTerror. I don't know what I'll do. Maybe I will post this as I did last night's 1st of September video for paid members only. Maybe I'll post it where anyone can go to Patreon and view it, members or not. It's a decision I will leave to the moment. But you get this for free. Come on. How is that not a good deal? Work with me.